Hello, Monse. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. For our lesson, we will be working with fractions. We will divide and multiply fractions. Are you familiar with that concept?
Yes.
Have you done it at school lately?
Yes.
Okay. I want to know how much you know about fractions, so I will ask you a few questions, okay? Do you know what are the parts of a fraction?
Numerator and denominator.
And which one goes on top?
The numerator goes on top and
Okay.
denominator goes at the bottom.
And okay, that's right, Monse. Um, do you know what equivalent fractions are?
Equal fractions.
Equal fractions. So if I had 1/2 and 2/4, are these equivalent fractions?
Yes.
If this was a 3, would they be equivalent?
No.
Okay. Are you familiar with mixed numbers and improper fractions?
Yes.
You know that if we have 2 and 1/3, this means that we have 2 wholes and 1/3, right?
Yes.
If I wanted to convert this fraction into an improper fraction, how would I do it?
You multiply the denominator with the whole number and then you add the numerator.
Okay, so my answer would be
7/3.
and we keep our denominators the same. I see you know a lot about fractions, Monse. Before we start our main activity, I would like to show you something I brought for you. I have fraction strips right here, and they are representing the parts of a fraction, or how many parts each fraction is broken down into. Like this is representing 1/12 and 1/3, 1/2, 1/5. Have you noticed anything special about this number strips?
The bigger the number, the smaller the squares are getting.
Yeah, as the numbers get bigger, the pieces get smaller. That's a great observation. So even if you have, let me see, like 1/3 and 1/6, which one would be bigger?
1/3.
1/3, right?
Yes.
Okay, I also brought pies, and I want you to tell me what fraction this pie is representing, and if you see any equivalent fractions. So what is this one representing?
2/3.
2/3, okay. Do you want to write it? Or do you want to tell me what's the answer?
Oh, what's the answer?
Okay, let's write it so we won't forget, okay?
Okay.
Write me the answer at the bottom. So that's 1/3. What about this one?
4/5.
4/5.
Oh no, 6. No.
Remember that you can count
6.
all the pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 and 5 are shaded.
It's half. No, wait, no, it's not half.
Do you see any equivalent fractions?
Yes.
Can you place them on this side of the board? And these are all 1
and a half.
1/2, yes. You did a great job, Monse. Now I will show you how to multiply and divide fractions. So let's move all the circles. Okay, so multiplying fraction is fairly easy. When we multiply fractions, we only it's almost like if you were multiplying whole numbers. So if we had 3/4 times 1/3, we would just multiply across. So we would multiply 3 times 1, which is 3, and 4 times 3, which is
12.
Can we reduce this fraction?
Yes.
And how can we reduce a fraction?
Looking for the greatest common factor.
Yeah, we can look for the greatest common factor. So I would need to find my factors of 3 and 12. And what are some factors of 3? Let me see. 1 and
3.
And for 12, I have 1
and 12.
And
2 and 6.
And 3 and 4. So what is my greatest common factor?
3.
3. So I would just divide by 3 and get my answer. So when we multiply, we do it across, okay?
Okay.
When we divide, do you want me to do another example
No.
of multiplication? Okay, when we divide fractions, there is one more step to it, okay? So if we were to divide 1/2 divided into 2/3. The first step is to flip the second fraction. We will multiply 1/2 by the reciprocal of this fraction, which would be 3/2. And when I flip the fraction, this sign will change as well. So the division sign will become a multiplication sign. And we would have to multiply our fractions the same way we would normally multiply fractions, okay? So 1 times 3 equals 3, and 2 times 2? 4. So this would be my answer. Do we have to reduce this fraction?
No.
No. Do you want me to do another example?
No.
So remember that when we divide, we just flip the second fraction, and and the division sign becomes multiplication, okay?
Okay.
We change the sign as well. So I have an activity for you where we will be multiplying and dividing fractions. I have this blank number sentence, and I have cards. going to place one card on the top and one at the bottom of the fraction bar, and do the same for the other one. So my cards will be representing fractions. What fraction would this be?
1.5.
1.5. Can you write it at the bottom? And what fraction will the other one represent?
2/5.
Okay. And don't forget your sign. And I want you to multiply the fractions, okay?
Okay.
Can we reduce that fraction?
Yes.
Okay. That is correct. So we will do the same. We will do 3 multiplication and 3 division problems, okay?
Okay.
I have an eraser here you can use. Do you like using cards?
Yes.
That is correct. We have one more multiplication problem, and then we will move to division. Great. Can we reduce this fraction?
No.
No. Okay. Now I will. That's the last one for that. Okay. Now we will do the same but with division. Remember that we flip this to second fraction, okay? And that our sign changes. Are we multiplying this by 1/5?
Oh no.
This is the original fraction, so yes, that's the correct one. Great job, Monse. Mm-hmm. This is our last string, okay? After this activity, I have a short quiz for you. But I see you have mastered this pretty well, so you shouldn't have a problem with it. Okay, yes, that is correct. So now I have this short quiz. It has a few problems, and you shouldn't have a problem with it, okay?
Okay.
They're easy problems. Let me give you a pass.